Dear Stan and T-Bomb, my husband's daughter does not mix well with me. She doesn't like me. And it's causing so much havoc in my marriage now that his daughter has had to come live with us. She's a teenager who was not raised like my kids. Well, my kids had their troubles too, though. And she has a smart mouth, and she doesn't ever help out around the house. She doesn't clean up. She doesn't have chores. She speaks to me, but she never wants to have a conversation about anything, and I can't connect with her. And so I stopped trying. My husband now is acting funny towards me. I talked to him about my feelings, and he let me have it. He told me that his daughter is a teenager and that the burden is on me, his wife, to be more nurturing and find other ways to keep trying to have a relationship with her. He said, that's what I did when your kids treated me like shit. I ate it, and I still was the one who would always go to them and fix it, even when they gave me their ass to kiss. As the man in your life, I wanted to make the family situation easy for you, and so I dealt with your rude sons until they moved out. So now he's saying that I need to do the same. I just don't agree. If his daughter don't like me, then so be it. I don't want to force a relationship, and so now that she lives with us, I try to never be at home. This is so hard. I love my husband, and I'm wondering if maybe I should fight harder to have a bond with his mean-acting daughter. It's true, my sons did give him hell, and my husband stood there in the paint. I ain't built like that, though. His daughter gives me her ass to kiss on a regular, and so I've decided to give her what she gives me.
That's tough. That's tough right here. So the first problem I'm having with this letter is he had to eat it twice she has 2 kids, right?
2 sons. Mm-hmm.
And so that could be tough because boys can be really tough. They get into stuff. And so he had to eat it, and he kept eating it, right? And so now he has this daughter. Now, I'm telling you that she owed her the world, but you do have to kind of yield and try to make it work for the sake of the family. That's that blended family thing that's tough, though. Now, the daughter seems to have it out and don't really have no respect for him.
For her.
No type of regard for him or her at that point because she's not really trying to fall in line with that situation. But I think that you can try as best you can, and that's all you got. But you do have to try because just like she's saying she's not built like that, he may not have been built like that either, but he had to do something to yield and get the family together. So just because men do something don't mean they built like that. Sometimes you have to be built like that if you want the family to work. And so she has to get out her own way and stop worrying about her little stinking ego and try to help this little youngin' out. Now, sometimes these kids is just wild, and they just don't want to be in line with you, and ain't nothing you can do about that part. You can do your part, though, and don't be the same as she is because you're the adult. So you shouldn't give her the same ass to kiss that she giving you. Like, you should just try to be cordial. You know what I mean? Try to be cordial. And that's all you can do. After that, it's all on her. It's on the daughter.
And so I agree with what you said. So this week, baby, we agree. I agree with what you said. And I've talked to you about this, and, we have a blended family, and we have had our bumps in the road, no lie. But I fully believe that the burden is on the adults. The burden is on, if Stan had an unruly child and he didn't like me, I would still suck it up. And I would go to his child and make it work as best I could because I don't want him in a weird situation for his family dynamics. And so that's all this lady needs to understand. She got to do what her husband did for her. Blending a family is hard as shit. It is really hard, y'all. It can work, but it's hard.
It can work, but I'm going to tell you, the 2 people have to be unified that's at the top. And so,
well, he told her, my daughter is a teenager, and that's the burden is on you, the wife, to find other ways to keep having a relationship with the daughter, because the daughter's probably acting stank. I get it. I've raised 2 teenagers, so I know.
And so when your daughters have these stank-ass attitudes, what do you do? Like, what do you do as a person who is the parent? Because, see, that's what makes it tough for blending families. For a person like myself, I'm a disciplinarian, right? So when I met you, your kids was too old to be disciplined. So then they had to fall back on what they knew based on you and your whoever's teachings. And so for a blended family, that becomes tough if you don't intervene in certain situations and you don't add to certain situations. You make it hard on him or her. And so I think that's what's happening.
That's what's happening here. He's basically saying she's a teenager. I get her behavior. You as an adult need to understand it and work harder to nurture certain things and have a relationship with her. And I actually agree. So lady that wrote the letter, I agree with your husband. Whether you, like you said, I'm going to give her what she gives me. Don't do that. We as adults can't give them what they give us. They always going to give us dumb stuff because they're young adults, they're teenagers. And even when they're in their 20s, they still be giving us their ass to kiss. But it's our responsibility as the step parents trying to help this blended family work to go in there, go back in the paint, and forget about all of the dumb stuff that you're getting from this person and try to make it work so that your spouse don't have to deal with that. Because being in the middle is so difficult.
But I'm going to say this, though. Being in the middle, I think that as the parent, like if that's your biological child, you owe something to the relationship to go to that child and get your child together a little bit. Like, don't disrespect my mate. Get your little spoiled ass together and get your mind right before I twist your ass up in here. Because you can't disrespect my mate. Get your goddamn mind together.
Well, what if they like 17, 18? You can't twist them up.
Let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something. Let me tell you, hey, Churchy, let me address that, Churchy. If you grown now, I already been on your ass when you was 15, 13, and 12. So if you belong to me, you already know how to conduct yourself at 17 and 18 damn years old. But what you won't do is come and be disrespectful and let the parent yield that or shield that from you. Like a parent can assist that disrespect if they don't check it. They can assist it. And so I don't believe in none of that shit. I think that you should definitely get your kids and don't let your kids burden your relationship. Because you damn sure won't be burdened in theirs. They're going to date who they want, be with who they want, move out when they want, come back when they want, do what the hell they want. And so then where's the boundaries?
I believe
with that. In boundaries and whooping ass and all that. I believe in that.
I agree with that. But again, when the kids get beyond whipping ass age, I do agree that you have, like I always told my children, they were in college and my kids were not the easiest to deal with. They were in college and they was like, who's this nigga? And when is he going home? To him, right? And I didn't like that, but I stood in the paint in the middle because I met somebody that was worth it. And I said, y'all, listen, mommy got a man now, and y'all have to sit in your places. And so that's hard, though, being in the middle. It's very, very hard, but it can work. It can work if everybody understands that we can want to work it together.
Because I think we reached the age now where we're more looking geared towards being a friend of our children instead of being their damn parents. They got friends. They don't need you to be their damn friend. They need you to get their ass together because they friends not that damn smart. So they friends going to tell them some stuff that you ain't going to tell them. And it's not going to weigh good if you ain't in their ear. I'm trying to tell you, you can't let them parent your ass.
I agree.
And so I ain't never been scared of my kids or nobody else damn kids or none of that kind of stuff. And if you don't want your kids' ass tore up, don't leave with me. Because I'm going to bust your kid ass if they don't know how to act. Johnny, get down my ass. Johnny, I'm going to get you down. I'm going to get you, get up there.
Again, when we got together, my kids were way too old for that phase. But I did let them know, you're going to respect them. You're going to be respectful. You're going to speak. But to me, when you're blending a family, that's really all you can ask of your children, especially when they're older. You have to say, be respectful, and that's it.
So ultimately, what's our answer?
My advice to you is listen to your husband on this. He's saying that you need to step up and take the next steps to foster a relationship with this difficult teenager. I know that it's difficult, but you as a grown woman and you want things to be easy for your husband and this blended family and you don't want him to have to choose between you and his daughter, I think that the burden is on you to go and fix it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you to a certain degree. It is on her as the adult, but she also is owed something. Respect is mutual. It's not that I'm supposed to just kiss your tail and you're supposed to talk wild. As a child, you're supposed to have her in a certain lane as well to respect this man is what I'm saying. And she's not doing that. That's the problem. I mean, respect is...
Well, she respects her, but all she does is speaks. Like, she does the bare minimum. And the problem is, she's like, I can't connect with your daughter. I can't have a relationship with her because she don't want one with me. So if she don't want one with me, I don't want one with her either.
Right.
And that's the approach that I don't think you should take. I think that you should try to make a relationship with her.
Okay, hey, quiet on the set. Quiet on the set.